It's Penny and the professor. Here's Penny.
Hi kindergartners, hey Penny. Guess what today is? That's right, it's New Read Assessment Day. And we have a new read assessment for you. What's that, Penny? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. So Penny wants to know, what's a new read assessment? It's a really good question. So guess what? A new read assessment is when we ask you questions. It's kind of like a little quiz or a little test. And we ask you questions about the book. Okay, and so this new read assessment isn't about you having to read yet. Maybe in the future it'll be you reading to me, right? But this time it's about the author and the illustrator of our book. And so I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I'm going to go through the questions very systematically and very carefully. And then I'm going to give a chance for your learning coach to even ask you those questions again on a video, have you record yourself and send me back your answers. Now, learning coaches can't give you the answers, but they can ask the questions again, because there'll be a few questions in the video that you'll need to have asked to you so you can answer them on the video for me. Okay? Sound good? All right, let's practice. Let me show you what the questions are going to be like and what that will look like. I'm going to set Penny over here and I'm going to get my book, because our questions are about the book. And if you're in an in-person classroom, your teacher will ask you these questions. But since we go to online school, in my school, we are going to have our learning coaches ask the question to their students. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you the book. So the book that we're learning about is Last Stop on Market Street. And I'm going to find the part on the book where it says Words by Matt de la Pena, right down at the bottom. And what I would say to you as a student is I would say, right here it says Words by Matt de la Pena. Is Matt de la Pena the author or the illustrator? Now, I can't tell you the answer to that, because the question is Matt de la Pena the author or the illustrator? Now, you just heard me say Words by Matt de la Pena. So now you decide. Is he the author or the illustrator? My next question is going to be, when I read down at the bottom, I'll say Pictures by Christian Robinson. Is Christian Robinson the author or the illustrator? And then you have to tell me which one you think he is. The last thing I'll do is I'll point to page 1. And so I'll put page 1 up here on the board. Learning coaches can show you page 1 in your book as you're doing this on your video. And I'll say, point to the part of this page that the author worked on. Which part did the author work on? Okay. And then I'll ask you on page 3, so this page, to point to the part of the page that the illustrator worked on. Okay, so all 4 of those questions need to happen in your video. So somebody needs to ask you the questions, and then you need to tell us the answers. I cannot wait to hear your answers to these very important questions. This is how we get more knowledge about books, right? And I'm gonna thank you, learning coaches, for doing that with our kids at your houses. And if you're watching on YouTube, try it with your family members or try it with your teacher at school, because guess what? Everybody needs to know who the author is, who the illustrator is, and what their jobs are. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with in this video assignment. Have an amazing day. Oh, and Penny wants to tell you, good luck on your new read assignment. See you guys later. Bye for now.